leave a message after the tone.
You got 7 questions due. Your life is going down the tubes. What do you do when you need advice?
This is where it gets good. Good night.
What am I fighting for?
So turn down the lights, pick up the phone and leave a message for the new clan.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Nude Clan After Dark. I am your host, Caleb Schweiss.
Caleb Craig.
And Cameron.
And today, guys, we are going to be doing...
Crunches,
yeah. I have my little workout thing pulled up. We're going to be doing our annual goals. We didn't do these last year for good reason. We decided that we weren't going to focus on the getting fat thing before. But now we've kind of come around again.
Well, it's just something that I like. It's just really great to have us voice our goals, how we're trying to progress our lives in addition to the games we played. And it keeps us accountable to you guys as well if we decide to care what you guys think when we don't make our goals and not do our blog posts.
Well, you know we don't, so that's kind of a poor...
Well, I think I don't know. I think it's good for them to get onto us. Or at least have it out there so that we know.
I don't know. I just like, it's just a great way to share what we want to work on and have you guys, I don't know, share your commonalities and your goals and your progress toward them.
I think it's a good thing we dispensed with it before because, I mean, it was kind of every time and it's, I don't know, it's like checking your weight every day. It's like you do it a lot of times, but there's no real reason to do it.
I do.
It doesn't do you any good.
And it was part of the main show, and
yeah. And and like we said before, I'm pretty sure we said this last time. I'm starting to lose the ability to figure out what we've talked about on the show. But we talked about having this as one of the rotations.
I'm pretty sure that's a thing that you just do in life. You forget what we talk about.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Forget where I live after you've been to my new place.
I've been there like once. I mean, now I've been there more, but
yeah.
I like the old place better. I don't know. It's easier to get to.
New place is nicer.
Actually, the new place is easier to get to.
Yeah,
by
new
a
place
lot,
is a lot easier to get to.
See, I'm mixing it up.
Yeah, already doing it.
I see. Mostly, here's what happens. I don't forget. I just don't look. So I never hear or see. I never hear or see what's said. So it doesn't happen. I don't even have it to forget.
It's just like if the point of your subject isn't at the beginning of the sentence, he's going to zone out by the time he reaches to the end of it. So
yeah. You
have to talk like Yoda. Got to put the subject first.
That's right, or else I'm just not going to care. So we decided we're going to do that, and it's going to be part of the rotation for After Dark. We're going to have the book review thing once a month. We're going to probably do this once a month. And then so far, I mean, I guess questions twice a month. If it works out that way, unless we think of something else to fill it with, just to give you guys a little bit more variety. And I mean, the book thing will be a cool little review segment that's sort of separate from the show.
if we ever come up with a book to do.
Yeah. Well, we've only talked about it for like 2 days.
Right.
We talked about it last week, but we didn't.
Talked about it for a week.
Yeah, we didn't talk about it for a week. We mentioned it a week ago.
No, see,
and then I said something yesterday.
No, shut up.
That's
okay,
not
so
talking about it for a week.
We talked about it last week. You and Cameron both said that you would think of a book, and neither of you thought of a book.
I thought of a book.
So yesterday, you said, either you guys think of a book to do?
Well, no,
So that's an entire week that we've had for you two to come up with a book.
I don't think it should just be on
I know what
us.
I'm going to do.
Right, but you can do that later because we each get 3 a year because it's 4 months.
I know. I just keep
us,
thinking
4
of
months
books, and I'm just like, nah. I don't know. I don't know if there's like a book I'm itching to read right now. But
It doesn't have to be the two of us. I mean, you could just pick something else because you've already finished that. So it's not
I
like
finished it.
Oh,
should we all come forward with our own book and then have the audience vote on which one we read?
Play into their hands.
Yeah,
just do like it would be just nothing but Witcher books for.
I've already read all of them.
Yeah,
like
so
we can't vote for them again.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There you go. You've read all of them?
Yeah.
I went over like 7 or 8.
I went through them the beginning of last year.
How long are they?
About 10 hours each.
Yeah, not too bad.
I think one of them might be like 14, but they're not super long.
Are they good?
Yeah, they're
pretty
good. Yeah. Geralt does a lot of fucking.
Yeah.
That's true. He does.
Mm-hmm.
I saw that guy, like, the writer called out
They're a bit like the Conan stories in a way.
Oh, really? They're kind of separate?
Yeah, they're
It's like
kind of
a-
separate stories.
Yeah.
Some of
Which
them,
is why I'm not too
some
mad
of
at
them
the
are
TV
kind
show
of
for
connected,
the way
but
it,
they do jump around a lot in like where the
right.
time is.
And that's why I'm not too mad at the Netflix version of The Witcher, where they do jump around a lot too. I'm like, the books jumped around. They didn't jump around the same fashion, but the books did too. So
yeah, like each story wasn't necessarily in the same time space. So
That's like it's like a sitcom almost, like one without a through line.
well, I mean, there is a
Destiny is the
overarching-
overarching
yeah.
plot line.
There's an overarching thing that does happen, but it's like over a mass period. So each story is kind of just like a tiny thing. There's like one book is just like a bunch of different little stories.
I really liked how some parts of the TV show were pretty close to the books, just like events, even though the
Yeah.
characters weren't quite the same. But
Yeah.
some of the events are pretty close.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to decide on that because it's January already, and we could do like the third week in the month or something, so it gives us a couple weeks, or we could do the last as the book review if you guys
I
want.
think the last would probably make more sense.
Yeah, last would make more sense. Yeah.
All right. So do you want to do the first? I guess the
And
first
so
week is the goals. The second-
Today we should pick a book and make sure it's something that all of us can finish before the end of the month,
Yeah.
and then we can have a review ready by the end of the month.
All right. Let's do that.
Then hopefully I'm going to try to throw a calendar together. I did try it before, but no one liked the idea of a calendar, me making it so you could all download it on your phone. But I'm going to do it again. I'm going to do it for both this show After Dark and for the main show, trying to plan out as far ahead as we can kind of what episodes we're going to do, who does what episode, but then also include a stream schedule in there. Where I'm going to try to plan out the games that we will stream on Saturdays if we do want to make Saturday stream day. It is basically the only day where we're all free and available to do that for some portion of the day. And then I'm just going to rotate whatever games we're going to be streaming.
Yeah, that sounds good. So that'll be something we'll have available for you guys.
Yeah.
We should put it in a Google Doc or Google Calendar.
Google Doc,
and then,
Google Calendar, put it on like Patreon, just free to download or something like that.
Yeah, maybe we might be able to put the link in Spotify, or not Spotify, Discord.
Yeah.
Maybe Spotify. I don't know.
And then we have to so this year we're doing it to where we're playing the games kind of that we want to play and games that are gifted. But then the games that are force entered upon us, we're going to have to make a plan for whatever happens when one of us can't beat a game on time and how to adjust the schedule.
Yeah.
It might just be swapping episodes and stuff like that so we're back on track as soon as possible.
Yeah, because that's one of the things that happened last year where we had delays for like weeks on end, and so we reviewed fewer games,
Right.
Because of that kind of stuff. So we're going to try to do a little better this time, and maybe just have some more backup things that we played on the side that we can review if we need to. But it's going to be fun. What do you guys have? What do you guys have for goals for 2020? Like I had mine last week, but you guys.
What do you
I don't
mean you
think
had
we had-
yours last week?
Like his planned out.
Yeah, planned out for the year.
Oh, you had it
and-
planned out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I didn't sit down and have an actual planning session, which I should have. I apologize. And so I might have to come back later and basically more firmly plan some stuff out. But then I also have a question that I'm going to ask you guys and then any listeners who also want to contribute as to one of my goals. But Craig, do you have your goals firmly in place? Oh, looks like we're getting a call.
Should we answer it?
Yeah, fuck
Go
it.
for it.
All right, let's fuck with them a little. Hello. No.
Are we not grabbing the audio?
Well, it should be, because...
Yeah, because Skype came through here.
Yeah.
Hello. I wonder if the mic is set up as something else. It's too bad.
Oh, well.
Well,
sorry.
He's still there. He's still there. Let's see.
Yeah, let's see. He's probably watching. Was that Chase who called?
No, the mic is set up.
I don't know.
Damn, too bad. I always like doing that.
Yeah.
Even when I'm just here, sometimes I'll do it, and they'll get really freaked out and probably never call us again.
No, you just during the week, let them leave their question.
What if I just if I hear it during the week, I just put on some gay porn, and then all they hear is just gay porn, like men grunting and fucking each other.
I feel like that's something they'd expect from you.
More and more.
More and more what?
More and more.
More and more gay?
No, I just wish you knew it was a safe place.
Yeah. Dude, I don't know. Did you guys get the script? Are you guys in that chat?
Yeah, and I haven't read it yet.
What?
Okay,
Joe's
I'm not the one
idea.
that's got it. I'm not the one that needs the safe space. I mean, I know this was a joke thing, but
Wait, which script? And when was it sent?
I don't know if we should talk about it too much, but yeah.
Oh, give me the. When was it
It's
sent?
the thing.
We'll talk about
it was
later.
it was sent
it's
a few
an
days
idea.
ago.
It's an idea that Joe has that he created a special
Well-
chat for to discuss ideas for this thing.
It's an idea that we've all had over the years.
Well, yes, but
The one that
the
you've
theme-
mentioned multiple times.
the theme might
Yeah.
have strayed a little bit from what we thought
yeah,
originally.
yeah, and so we'll have to review that and
Yeah, sorry to talk so
Vaguely.
cryptically.
Yeah.
It's just an idea that's still it's
still
not,
young.
It's not ready.
If you're in the
It's
chat
not
though,
ready.
you should read it. That's the reading that thing. I'm like, man, that's sign after sign. Man. I'll tell you what. It's like all of them have to be about this guy, who's kind of gay.
It just feels okay. I have something to say about that, but I can't do it here because
it's too young. It's too young to talk about
Yeah.
it.
Anyways.
So let's talk about things that aren't
Craig.
too young ourselves.
Craig, your goals.
Yeah, what do you want to do with 2020?
All right. So one of them was I was going to try and lose at least 5 pounds a month.
Good.
Another one is I just got an artist table for Christmas,
Nice.
so I'm going to try and use that more. I'm going to try and be a little bit more active.
So I like your lose 5 pounds a month goal because
Yeah.
that's a solid thing that you can measure, and it's
Yeah.
not unhealthy to try to do lose weight like that. The only thing I say about that is just you should make plans or goals every week to help you kind of to get there to that.
Yeah, I still haven't planned it out, but that is one thing I'm going
Right.
to do because what I've been doing every day before work is buying a bunch of soda, which I need to stop doing.
Yes.
So I'm going to stop doing that, and that should help a lot.
Okay. Perfect.
Yeah, it might be good to really hammer down how much artistic stuff you want to
Exactly
do.
what I was
Although-
going to say. So you have this new
Well-
desk and you wanted to work on more art, but what's a measurable thing that you can do? with
That's
that?
the hard thing about art, though, is that it's tough.
Yeah,
to,
it's tough, but
to measure.
you
know?
you can say how many hours a week you want to do.
Yeah, that's
try
true,
to
yeah.
to
yeah,
progress
I'm gonna
it.
do probably
Is there
an hour a day, maybe
an hour a day?
a couple hours extra on the weekend.
Okay.
Yeah, not everyone's fucking Brandon Sanderson, though. That's
No.
the thing. Not everyone's very, very organized and also really creative. That's actually really kind of rare, I think, because
Yeah.
most people that are really creative are fucking super disorganized and that's the nature of art almost. That's why a lot of the famous directors like Kubrick, he looks like a slob half the time. It's because he's just messy. And he cares about the one thing, but it comes to you when it comes to you. So that's what makes it kind of tough. But
Yeah.
if you put a time to it, I mean that could help. As long as you're just kind of just messing around. I don't know. I'm not really artistic like that, so I can't really say. But it seems
Well, it's just like with any talent, it's just something that you might not be a propensity towards right now, but if you try to work on develop it, you might find out something you enjoy and you can actually get good at.
Yeah.
Craig already has a natural ability in art and stuff like that, and so I just I feel like if he puts in the time and then does stuff to take care of his carpal tunnel as he's doing it, then doing an hour a day would be great.
Dude,
but
this fucking
that's
last
not
2 weeks of
an
not
end goal,
working
though.
has done wonders for my hands.
yeah, time off from manual labor is really great. Or
Yeah.
even just keyboarding, just fucking typing all day. It gets to you. Yeah, I did draw one Diglett one time that was pretty much perfect. That's by the extent of my...
One time, working at Little Caesars in the back, making the dough, I once made a barracuda sculpture out of the dough. That was quite fine. Nice little relief there.
Nice. You should have deep fried it.
But then I don't know if just saying an hour a day is something that it's just easy to say and easy to do starting out. But I feel like just to help you towards, keeping your art ability up and then practicing that talent, you should have kind of like a monthly goal associated with that of what you want to do art-wise.
I'll think of something.
Maybe start to take on commissions and stuff like that.
No,
it's just
far too soon for that. I haven't done anything in a long time, so I gotta basically restudy everything.
All right. I know it's your goal, but it'd be cool if you came up with something you could do every month that doing, practicing an hour a day leads towards that thing at the end of the month.
I suppose I could try and make a Nude Clan logo.
Yeah.
About every month.
That'd be cool.
See what I come up with.
Yeah, just a fun one that we can play around with.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like having Stolas do the legit ones, but sometimes we get really fucking sweet ones from just random people.
Yeah.
And that would be kind of a cool, a conceptual one for an episode, like Death Stranding, the idea of me being the baby inside and Craig carrying it. Craig carrying Cameron on his back with the tarp over him and then me as the baby. Something fucking random. That would be kind of a cool thing if you're interested in that. I don't know. What else you got? Got anything else?
He said be more active, which I think is just... I think that could be more part of the
losing weight. Yeah, but it's I've... every time I, before work, I'm always watching shows or playing games, and then same thing, on the weekends, it's pretty much all I do. So I want to just kind of slow that down a bit and probably play less games, try to do something else. Go do stuff around town, maybe.
Yeah, that's definitely important. So not only, your physical health, but mental health as well. Doing new and interesting stuff and just trying to do more social activities is a great thing to do.
Yeah.
So, more you can do that.
Yeah. You fuckers.
Why?
What?
I got solidified 10 things that I'm going to try to do.
Good. Congratulations.
You fucks. All right.
Yeah.
Well, Cameron, do you have anything else?
Well, I haven't even gotten into my stuff.
Oh, so. I guess you. Well,
what are the vague ideas that you wanted to?
Okay, so
I thought that was you passing it off.
No.
Oh, okay.
No, that was just helping Craig kind of develop his ideas a little bit.
Oh, got it. Okay.
So one of my main goals this year. Every year, I always say, I want to save X amount of money and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Last year and the year before, I did that, and I did a lot to improve my credit to where it's actually in a pretty decent place now. I do want to keep saving money, but I don't want that to be my main goal. Financially this year, I want to do what I can to diversify my income, so I'm not reliant on just my job. Find somewhere to make a little bit extra money that I can put away, and I haven't quite decided what I want to do in that. Whenever anyone says, "Hey, I want to diversify my income," everyone's like, "Oh, well, you're probably just going to start trading stocks again and stuff like that." Which is, that's something I could probably look into and start doing after, researching it and being more comfortable with it and the different types of stuff there are. I was looking into stuff with Schwab and things like that. I have the Robinhood app, haven't done anything with it.
Yeah.
And do I want to open another 401k or a Roth IRA, stuff like that? Or do I just want to do day trading? Or do I want to find another way to make money? And so that's just another thing that I haven't quite solidified what I want it to be, but something that I want to have done. And then as far as goals go, how do you measure that? Because the second you start making money, that's not your main source of income, your employment. You've diversified your income, and so I have to have a goal. Should I say X amount coming from another source, or it's just this is why I haven't made a solid goal in that area just yet. And then if you guys have any ideas, or if our listeners have any ideas of what they are interested in or have done, then I'd, hit me up on Twitter.
I mean, you've basically reached all of your financial goals that you've set in the past, I think, because there was
for the most part. I still don't have enough for a down payment on a house yet. But
was that one last year? Or is that just a goal that you have in your mind?
A goal I have in my mind.
Maybe you could make it that, and then just use all of your actions of like diversifying and adding more revenue streams to be towards that. Like that's the goal with those.
I'm really happy with what I've done with my credits so far. Really focusing on that the past couple years.
Yeah,
it wasn't terrible, but it wasn't great. But now it's good, bordering on being better than good. So
yeah, mine was really good like a year ago. It was like amazing, but now it's like it's pretty good.
I mean, yeah,
it's anything over like what'd you say, like 700?
Yeah, well, 720 and 700, 720, that's just good credit.
Yeah,
anything over that I feel is starting to breach into the great area.
Yeah, I think mine, when at its peak, it was 808.
That is,
which is pretty
very
fucking high.
excellent.
Yeah, but now it's like it's not that. So it's very much. Well, it's not very much. Well, it is very much not that. It's just like
And then every year
whatever.
I kind of set like a reading goal / learning goal.
Yeah, what do you want to do? What do you want to do with that?
But then we're going to do the book club, so that's going to pretty much be that
a reading goal.
A reading goal, whatever we do for the book club. So 1 book a month, so 12 books, which is easy. I might do just more reading on the side, but.
Do you have any focus on what you?
How many
what
did
types?
you read last year? Do you know?
Last year? Oh, my phone's charging. I think I might have done about 18 books last year, and then I did much more than that the year before. But then when you read with your ears and Audible, there's only so many credits a year that you get before you have to start buying credits on the side.
Yeah, you guys should look into the Libby app. I'm telling you.
I hate every time I go there. I just don't like the narration for the most part.
A lot of times it's the same as the Audible. It's not the. It's just the Audible. It's like all the audiobooks that your library has is what it is.
Yeah.
And so if it's the audiobook for that
and
book,
I was using one of
the
apps where you basically check out audiobooks just on your phone as long as you have a library card and your library district has that audiobook. But then if it's a popular book, you have to wait for it to be returned before you could borrow the download.
I think I waited for Sapiens for about 7 months. So.
Yeah.
And you could just
I think I just
buy
bought
it.
Sapiens.
Yeah, it's like, why are you going to... That's too much to wait, dude.
It's a book that I will probably listen to again at some point, so yeah.
It's got a lot of great points.
And then I treated, especially when I first started Audible, I treated it like a library anyway.
Yeah, so that's true. And it's a high-quality library.
Yeah.
A rotating door of books that you don't want to read again. I kind of wish I would do that with some of my Stephen King ones. I'm just like...
You're never going to read it again, and right after you first read it... I don't know. Just return it.
It's funny because I read a prequel to a series, or I read a sequel to a series that was like loosely connected, and that's the one they're making into a TV show, The Outsider. Mm-hmm. And I was like, nah, that book's okay. I don't know how into it I am. And then I read the books before it. I didn't buy those. I rented those at the library app, and those were all really good.
Right.
And I'm like, God, I bought the one that's like, Right. It's a cool idea, but I don't know. He fucking sucks at ending things. I swear to God, dude. I've started to realize this like more and more throughout time. I'm just getting like fucking how many hours you have to put into a fantasy series just for it to have a turd ending. Fucking apparently because two of those happened to me this year. It's bullshit.
With Game of Thrones and Stephen King's Dark Tower.
Yeah, probably more so the Dark Tower because it's the author's thing. It's not like the show fucked it up,
Right. Well,
with Thrones.
I mean, he did tell them how to end it.
Well, he told them how it ends, but it's about how to get there, Greg.
It's about how to get there.
It really is. Like the acceleration of certain character arcs is ridiculous, and it doesn't seem natural at all. The arcs themselves, I have some problems with a few of them, and I don't think that it's going to end the exact same way. I mean, the ending will be the same. What happens to the two main people will definitely happen, but it's the way the show just kind of burned through it. Because like the first 4, 5, 6 seasons, they're taking their time, at least the first 4, and then it's just suddenly like they start fucking like they hit the ground running, and it just
Right.
I don't know. But Stephen King's thing, fuck that. That's just bullshit.
And then
Stupid.
Yeah, so one goal, diversify income, still need to pin down exactly how and how to measure it. My other goal, of course, I'm always working on my health. I'm on a downward trend on my weight right now. I'm keeping on it. Well, looks like we're getting another call. Should we try it again?
Yeah, sure. Hello? Hello?
I don't know. Maybe it's something with us. Can't hear you. If you're in the chat and watching.
Yeah. Damn it.
Yeah, we're just going to sign out for now. No more
It's too
interruptions.
bad. I don't know. I remember there was something weird about Skype before.
Yeah.
When I was trying to talk to Joe, like I had a hard time recognizing the mixer as both the receiving and the giving. It didn't like its bisexual nature. Skype is very heteronormative. And so it would give us problems. So that's probably what's happening. So sorry.
Sorry if you were watching.
Yeah, we want to make that a thing.
Yeah.
Because that'd be really cool, but...
Hopefully they call back.
Yeah, because we answered it two times, and if they're not watching and they're just trying to ask a question, and at 2 times we've answered, they're like, "Oh, your shit's broke," and I'm not going to try again.
Yeah.
Fuck. Anyways, always interested in keeping up with my health, losing weight. I'm already doing a decent job at that right now, but. I'm not doing keto and stuff like that. I'm just doing, trying to eat a well-balanced diet, but just, at a calorie deficit, and not necessarily just carb control. Yeah, because carbs are a lot of, calories that aren't as good for you long run. It's just good for energy and stuff. I already don't drink a lot of sugar. Like I hardly ever drink soda anymore.
Yeah.
It's just like a very infrequent thing. But a part of that is just I do want to eat healthy, do want to eat great. But I also enjoy cooking, and I just want to do more of that. So one of my goals is every week to make something or follow a recipe I have not done before or had before.
Oh, nice.
And so that can be something that I can track and then keep record of, just trying to keep my culinary skills up to speed.
Yeah.
You should try some steamed pork buns.
Yeah, those are good. I also want to get...
I need to find a place that sells them.
There's 2 things I want. I want to get a KitchenAid with a pasta extruder, and I also want to get a sous vide for cooking meat. They're both expensive, by the way.
I imagine.
Yeah, the KitchenAid. I bought Alex one for birthday. That was rough.
The sous vide is just a French way of cooking meat where you basically
put it up your ass.
Basically. So you put your meat inside a bag.
Is that how the meat hits harder?
Yeah.
Put your meat inside of a bag and basically get as much air out of the bag as possible. If you have a vacuum sealer, you can use that, but you don't need to. There's also a method where you can just get, it's easy enough to get most of the air out. But you put your meat, all your seasonings, whatever, inside a plastic bag, and then you get either a pot or a cooking like sort of bucket of water, and you put your sous vide, clip it on the side where it has part of it into the water as well. Basically, it starts circulating the water and heating it up to a temperature that you set on the sous vide. So whatever meat you're cooking and whatever doneness you desire of that meat, it will never overcook, just because it's at the temperature you want it to be at. It takes a lot longer to cook it this way. That's something you would do, and have, do something else for a couple hours and come back. But like, let's say you want a perfect medium rare steak. You just set the temperature on your sous vide of the temperature of a medium rare steak. Leave it in there with a whole bunch of seasonings and stuff. Then you pull it out, open the bag, and just fry it up real fast to get it all crusty on all sides and have that.
Nice. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Only losers put their meat in bags. Gotta let that shit go in raw. Yeah. You gotta stick that sous vide where the sun don't shine.
Yeah, but then you don't boil meat. Do not try to cook meat directly in water. Never do that.
No, that's gross. Yeah.
So that's one goal. I do have a health/weight goal that I will come back to you guys with. I think this time I'm not just going to focus on weight. I'm not even going to make my weight a part of the goal. It's just going to be a level of physical fitness that I want to come out with, and just make a goal towards that, and then my steps trying to get there.
Just pass the presidential fitness exam thing or whatever.
The Spacergram fitness test.
Yeah,
is an aerobic test.
That's right.
Yeah.
All right, it's cool.
And then what else? So that I have another goal. Can't remember it this time. Sorry, guys. Should have been more planned for it. But I will come back later, and once I have it all planned out and written down. And if you guys have any ideas for me... Oh, yeah, I remembered it. Okay. So all the goals that we have is trying to just better ourselves in our life, either financially or just health-wise, too. But I also think it's important to try to diversify yourself and help make your try to expand the things that you like or interested in. And one thing I like to do is cooking, which is why that's part of my goal. But then I also want to try to develop a talent where there's several things I'm interested in, but just haven't spent a lot of time doing it, like art, singing, or playing a musical instrument. I want to pick a talent, only just one, and focus at becoming not like amazing at it, but just like adequate at it, by the end of the year. So that's something I still haven't picked yet, be it musically or artistically, and just making art and stuff like that. I want to pick something and focus on developing it, and then trying to do stuff that gets me there, either by taking classes or going to stuff like that. That's something I want to focus on this year.
You should go with pottery.
I mean, yeah. Why not?
Yeah, you could do that. That'd be kind of cool.
Musashi Miyamoto was he carved Buddhist statues in his free time.
Nice.
Yeah,
you could do that.
But just kind of things I have
statues
in my mind are becoming, learning to play the guitar, learning to play the drums. Actually, I have both of those instruments, so
yeah. Why don't you just become Buddhist this year? Why don't you do that and then carve the Buddha things?
Or should I try to really develop singing talent? But
just become a bodhisattva.
Yeah. Also, part of my my food goal, I also want to learn how to make a different alcoholic drink every week too. But that's just a side goal. I'm not going to track too hard. But
yeah, you're not gonna make that one part of it.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, you guys good? You got
Yeah.
yours? All right. Well, I've got mine. My chick planner here: cupcakes and cashmere. $5 blowjobs. On
just have to have Led
Saturdays.
Zeppelin play in the background as you read out of it.
Yeah.
You're gonna just start buying some velour clothing.
Yeah. It's some really deep necks, deep V-necks. So I want to first goal is a weight goal. I want to get down to 160, which is ridiculous, but I don't think it's impossible in a year. It's a lot because I'm fat, but if I do the things that are also in here, for the most part, I mean, I don't think paying my mortgage off faster is going to help me lose weight.
No.
But if I lift weights 5 days a week, which I have done so far, although it's only the third day of doing it, that'll help. And that's one of the things I'm going to do. I have like a free weight program that I found online because I keep buying gym memberships and I just don't go. Like I just don't ever find time to go.
Yeah.
But having it here, especially now that I'm watching like the kids during the day and stuff before I go to work, having it here, I can actually do it. And I have been doing it. And
gonna try that Wii Fit.
yeah, I can't. Yeah, how? Oh, it's actually not that expensive. I looked it up. Because I found a copy of it at DI one time, and I was like, "Is this worth a lot of money?" Like I
don't know
I
how
haven't
much.
seen it.
I think the game itself isn't very expensive, but I think
Yeah.
it's the pad thing.
The board, yeah. So I'm going to do that. Lift weights 5 days a week. I'm going to try to spend an hour a day with the kids. So like just outside of just watching them.
Okay.
Outside of just watching them.
Outside of just watching them, actually like trying to, spend time with them. And
Yeah. That's the one I failed the most at, except for the baby. The baby, you have to do that because like he'll just kill himself because babies are fucking stupid. Like he's really, he's pretty good at standing and pretty good at crawling, but like he goes face first off of like furniture often, and he also just if he sees something on the floor that's brightly colored, which
I don't
all
know
of
if
the
going
billion-
face first is necessarily his fault. His head is probably still most of its weight.
yeah, that's true. And like every time he sees something that's like bright, so like all the Legos that Jace plays with, he just instantly like pops it in his mouth. Like
yeah, that's a baby thing to do.
So you have to really play with the baby. So the baby's easy. The 5-year-old, 6-year-old is a little tougher. Not that that's tough, but because they do a lot of stuff. But it's actually been kind of hard to find time, especially if there's anything else going on in the day because I've got to sleep. I have to work, and then I have to do the workout, and then I have to watch the kids, and then I have to play with them, while also, like, eating and cooking and, like, cleaning up. Not that I'm great at that, but it's a lot of time, you know what I mean? There's a lot of time that goes into it, and so it's been kind of tough to do that. So I'm already failing that one, but I can do it per average. I think we're going to try to have another kid early next year, and then call it good. And so one of my goals,
his goal is
impregnate the woman is on the thing. And
you need a new house. You need to sell this and get a bigger house.
I know. I'm gonna give it. So if it's a boy, it's not really a problem for the first few years. But if it's a girl, it'll be a problem sooner because like we can do bunk beds in there, but I can't do like a triple decker or anything like that.
I mean, Jace is 6 now.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
In like 4 or 5 years, he's going to want his own room.
Well, yeah.
So that's the plan: is do as much as I can in the next 5 years, and then rent it for whatever I can. Because I have a standard conventional loan now, so I don't have to stay here.
Right.
I only have to stay here for a year.
Yeah.
And then I can leave. So that's one. That'll be fun. It's always a good time. Read and listen to 24 books a year, or this year, and 12 of them nonfiction.
Nice.
So I want to do 2 a month.
That's pretty easy for you, considering we have a similar job where we can just listen to books.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
It's pretty nice.
Dude, it's amazing. I think I only recorded, 53 books that I read on Hoggy before I stopped, and there's, probably 50 more I didn't.
You think so?
It's close.
Damn, dude. So 12 of those nonfiction. Those are the ones that take forever, though, because I've started to get into philosophy stuff, and some of those are just so dense, and it's hard to listen to because it's a lot of info. I think it'd be better read, but I don't really have time to read. Is the shitty part, but so I'm going to try to go through some of that. Maybe I'll look at some of the great courses or whatever.
Yeah, I've been thinking about that too. Do they have it?
I forgot to mention I have an education goal too, but I need to fucking write shit down. Planet. Sorry, guys, I failed. I'm already failing.
Yeah, you should make buying a chick planner one of your goals for the year.
So I have a couple planners and
one of
books
your,
that I turn into planners, and I will use them for a month and then just not.
Schweiss, is one of your goals actually using that calendar thing?
No, that's not my calendar. I can't be held accountable for that. I wish it'd be used. I mean, it'll be up to date soon.
It hasn't. I mean, in 6 months, yeah, but
yeah, hasn't been used since June. Not great.
I'm really sad my birthday's not on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, what the fuck, man? You don't even
I know what it is. I mean,
do you?
Yeah, yours is the one that I don't know.
What is Cam Camp's then?
25th.
Fuck you. You're a piece of shit.
Yours is the 22nd of July, I think.
There you go. Got it right.
There's 6 Julys, and they're all competing for space in my brain. And one of them's Scodes, which I still know. It's the third.
Oh, the third. My mom's is the second. So.
His sister's is the second. See, that's why there's just no room for you, Craig.
Fuck you.
There's no room for
you remember fucking Scode, but you don't remember mine.
There's no
Piece of
room for the
shit.
only one July birthday that I actually that belongs to a person that I spend time with. I'm sorry. I can't rewrite the past. It's like a hard drive that can't be defragmented.
You can rewrite your brains. Fuck off.
All right, so after that, I want to stay on keto for the whole year. I want to try to stay in that. because one of the things
You're
I've
gonna
done
break that.
probably.
I guarantee it.
Oh, it's just like you go.
Dude, I know you love the keto diet, but try something else, dude.
Like the thing that with that keto diet, I think what's the longest you've gone? I think you maybe went 5 months without breaking it once.
Well, yeah, 5, but that was a lot, and I lost a lot of weight in that 5 months. Like I was like, I went from like 210 to like 170.
It's 170. That's so fucking.
That's not even. That's only the beginning.
I've never. Ever since I got past this weight, I've never been below 190.
Yeah, that's like Auschwitz.
And that's me super fucking skinny.
Yeah, you when you came back, we weighed the same.
Yeah,
and I was definitely fatter than you were. So we did that 5K, and I was like super winded and like dead, and you were just fine. Because I was on the uptick and you were on the down, so
I was as far down as I could go.
It was getting pretty. It was getting pretty
but you know
hectic for
what
me.
though? Being able to run and like actually being able to run is great.
Yeah. It'd be nice.
Getting back there.
The nice thing is about being bigger, though, is like, it's harder to take you out. Because when we used to do like
to an extent,
we used to do like football and stuff. When I lost a bunch of weight, I could not, or like mosh pitting, like skinny. It's really hard.
Yeah,
you
so
just get
it's
fucking destroyed.
Having weight, it makes it so you're more firmly planted and be able to resist it. But if you're actually in a fight with someone, being more fit is definitely better than being heavier.
If you're both good at fighting, yeah, that's true. Or if you're like both on the same level, because then it's about like you just wear the other person out. But like if the other person is just way better than you, I mean, there is a reason why there's different weight classes. Yeah, because someone who's heavyweight will dominate someone who's lighter weight. I mean, not dominate, but definitely have an extreme advantage. Yeah.
But are we planning on
fighting?
Fighting? Are we planning on entering any competition where we have to classify ourselves?
I wish, because I when I was down to like mid 150s, I was really strong. I was lifting a lot of weights, and like I got up there. My bench was like 200 something. Nice. And that's like 50 pounds more than myself. Like that's pretty good. Mm-hmm. And like I was thinking about it, and I was like, man, if I dropped like 5 more pounds, I could fight against guys that are like 5'4". I could just fucking have like super long arms, just like fucking keep them away and just tear them up. I mean, yeah, if they get super close, it might be harder, but like that, I thought about that for a while. I was like, that would be so cool. Like me at the same weight as some dude that's like 5'4", and I just fucking a head taller than him, just taking out this child.
Yeah.
Yeah, but now I'm way too fat. I could do like the heavyweights.
You're gonna start like a fight club, Schweiss.
Yeah. That's not on the goals.
Maybe make that a goal where we go to a MMA gym every month.
Yeah, and duke it out, and then recover for a month.
You know what we should do? We should try that axe throwing. They have that in the mall, and I've been tempted so much.
Which mall? The Provo?
Yeah, the Provo Mall.
I just went axe throwing for New Year's.
How was it?
It was good.
Yeah.
Apparently, I throw axes really hard.
So it bounced?
No, it didn't bounce. It's just it hits with a lot of force. I mean, half my goal was to split the boards we were throwing it at, so I could see where they got that. But yeah,
nice. One of the other things, and the reason why I want to stay on the keto is because I know I can. I just need to be disciplined, and I can go a little bit over. That's the nice thing about lifting the weights.
When you did keto before the longest bit, keto isn't something you stay underneath 20 net carbs a day. It's where you start that way to get you into keto, but then you slowly add more diversity to your diet as it goes on. Did you do that last time?
No.
You should do it this time. It'll be easy to stick to it.
I probably should. And Alex bought me a cookbook it's a keto cookbook, and it's got like
I saw it.
100 pages or so. Yeah. And that'll help. I mean,
that should help.
The biggest thing is I'm just cheap. So, like, I don't like to spend money, but then I fail.
Like, all you were fucking eating was, like, Big Buy bacon and fucking, like, hot dogs.
Okay, you need to cut the hot dogs out of your diet. I know it's your staple when you're on keto.
Dude, you're going to get a fucking
but you
kidney
need
stone.
to stop eating those hot dogs. They're not good for you.
Look, man, they're 100% beef.
But you have to... Okay, keto, you have to be careful about how much salt you're taking in, too. Like, don't fucking eat this anything else other than those fucking hot dogs, man.
What about brats?
Yeah, those are fine. As long as you don't beer batter them or beer brew them.
Yeah, man, the dogs are good. It's a lot of fat. It's good for your brain. That's why low fat is harder, I think, is because your brain needs fat. But I mean, your body
your
adjusts,
body needs
so-
fat for a lot of things.
Yeah.
So fat is not that bad.
Yeah, low fat is kind of a crazy diet. But I the problem with keto is like I'll do it for like 3-4 days and then I'll get off and then I'll go off hard. And then the problem with that is you're eating high calories for the first 2 days. And then you're just gaining that weight because you're not in ketosis yet. And then you go in and then you start losing it. But if you go off again, then you're out of it again. And then the next 2 days of you eating the high fat, high protein, high calorie stuff is all going into your ass instead of going out of you instantly because you're not in ketosis anymore. So like it's a vicious cycle. And that's why I've gotten fatter.
Which is why
I
I don't like the keto diet. It's just once you fuck up, you fucked up.
Yeah, it's 2 days.
And
It's
then
the
that
temptation
whole
of Tommy's.
and the whole workup build to try to get to where you're in ketosis and stuff like that. To me, it's just not worth it. To me, it's so much easier to go, hey, I'm only going to eat 1,800 calories today because I'm not going to be working out that hard.
Yeah.
And so, and just make whatever at home, and I can eat whatever I want.
Yeah, and I lost a
And
decent
I
amount doing that too.
Generally don't eat sugar at all. And then I felt good when I was in ketosis, but I don't have that whole swing back and forth keto flu thing when you break the diet on accident and stuff like that. Your head starts to hurt a little bit.
Yeah, I don't get that anymore.
And I can drink alcohol.
You can drink hard liquor on keto.
Yes and no. It
As
just
long as
depends
it's
on your
not
body.
sugary.
I mean, as long as it's not sugary. And for me, sometimes drinking too much would definitely kick me out of ketosis with the
really?
alcohol, sugars, and stuff like that.
Oh, I see.
But to me, just keeping exercise up and making sure you stay in a calorie deficit. I generally try to stay around 200 calories under what I would burn that day.
Yeah.
And so 1,800 is my base. If I do work out that day, I try to keep track of how many calories I burn and then just try to stay 200 shy of that.
That's a pretty good idea. I mean, I don't know. I've done that and it worked out, but I think I feel better doing ketosis.
I feel great right now.
And the reason why I feel better is because I have, as you guys know, I have some weird stomach stuff. Like, I'm like when I shred stuff out of my ass, like it gets better when I'm on ketosis. It does because I think I have like I don't know if it's.
It actually gets processed.
It does.
What you're
Okay,
saying.
what you need to fucking follow that keto cookbook and try to make 2 or 3 meals a week from that cookbook instead of just fucking eating that rotten shit hot dogs and big buy bacon and stuff like that. Because that's just
I've
not
moved
good.
down to pork sausage. I mean,
Goddamn, dude.
this dude needs like a gizzard stone. I
Yeah,
swear.
dude, you're gonna get a fucking kidney stone hard.
no, I drink enough
He
water.
needs to eat rocks so to help him digest his food.
and
Like
it's,
birds.
But that's the thing is it doesn't bother me anymore.
Just go grab like a little pit, go to a gravel pit, like wash them off, and then
No, the diet's amazing. Trust me. The hot dogs, they're pretty good, man. Like it seems gross, but it's 100% beef, man. It's beef.
Yeah, it's 100% beef, but it's not. They're not like natural hot dogs. They still stuff it full of nitrates. And so when I was on the diet, I tried. I did the all beef hot dogs as well for a little bit, but I made sure they were like Applegate hot dogs, where it was like nitrate free and like stuff like that, where it would go bad in a week if you didn't eat it.
Yeah.
But then. Kind of feel like my blood pressure is rising every time I
See,
have one.
mine doesn't go up though. And that's the thing is I regularly check mine now because my next goal, 2 goals from now actually. The next one is 1 paycheck a month into the mortgage. So
Oof.
I want to just do whatever the paycheck that lands on the one where I pay the mortgage. I'm just going to put all of it into the house. And this is going to kind of coincide with a couple other goals that I have. So that's a lot of money. That's kind of a lot now. I mean, I just barely got a notification that it's going up because of the taxes going up, so that's lovely. So now it's over $900 a month, which is the highest it's ever been.
I mean, that's still less than what I pay a month for an apartment, but
Yeah, and I get to keep mine, but it's still a little high. It used to be $737. That was the primo days. But whatever, I can fix that later.
at your current rate, or planning on dumping an entire paycheck into your mortgage right now, when will you have it paid off by?
If I just do that, it'll still take a while because we refinance all that stuff into the house, and I've only made the base payments since then.
Right.
which is not good.
But right now, you know what it's at. And you know what basically a paycheck looks like.
I want to at least get 10,000 off of the principal each year
Okay.
by myself.
Right.
And since we're still paying for like the fucking heat, the air conditioning stuff, and that massive bill that we got for that.
Home ownership woes, yeah.
Yeah. So once we're done with that, I'll have Alex help too. But
Okay.
so it's still gonna be a while, but I can try to increase it.
I mean, there's going to be at one point here in the nearish future where you're going to want to switch homes
Yeah.
and rent this one out, hopefully.
And I'll rent it out, and I'll
Yeah.
just pay extra on it. That's the plan anyway. So I also want to donate. So I used to donate plasma all the time.
Right.
And it's really like a poor person thing to do, I know, but I grew up poor, so it's in my genes. It's in my blood.
Hey, you know what?
It's in my plasma.
It's not. I hate
It's in your
that.
plasma.
I hate how it says. Hate how it's like a poor person thing to do to donate plasma. But any extra income is extra fucking income, and it's
Yeah.
easy enough to go donate plasma.
Yeah,
So
a lot of the
why?
guys at work do it too. Like there's like
Yeah,
five of
it's
five or
it's
six
it's
of us,
like
yeah.
how much a month do you think if you make, let's say, 9 trips a month?
It'd be like 400.
Yeah, that's
that's-
not a small amount to have come in a month.
Yeah, it's only like 9. That'd be only like 9-10 hours a month too,
Right, and that's just money that you can do what you want with.
tax free as well.
Yeah, well, yeah.
That's $40 an hour if you get the 400 thing. But so
Yeah.
when I go to, like, it gets incrementally better the more
Yeah.
you go per month. So
Yeah, I wish I could do that, but it's hard to find my veins. Apparently.
Yeah.
So,
well, that's because you're a fat fuck.
well, it's not just that. There's like another problem, but
A lot of
part
it's.
of it.
I'll tell you that some of it's that because mine are
some of it is that. I'm not going to deny it.
mine are a lot harder than they used to be. Mine used to fucking
the only
jab.
veins that they can easily find are in my hands, and they don't like taking it from your hands.
Well, yeah, the needle is like massive. You don't want it. They would like just
I
destroy
wouldn't
your
want
hand vein.
a needle in my hand at all.
I mean, look at that. You can like see a shit ton of veins just in my hand right there.
Yeah, yeah.
So
The needle is bigger than the vein in your hand, I'm pretty sure. It's really big. But I'm going to use the money from that, I'm going to put into stocks. So I have the Robinhood app. I've had it for a while. And I'm going to put it into stocks that I think are going to do well.
Right.
Looking at Alex's work, she works for Wayfair, and their stock always goes way up in like March or April. So I bought 4 of those. I was going to buy 5, but the price was a little higher. And the fucking bank transfer takes like 6 days.
Yeah.
So I was like, it just kept going up slightly, and I'm like, fuck, I can't buy 5 now. So I just bought some other randos. What I'm going to try to do is buy different ones each time, so I have like a nice, diverse portfolio. The one thing I'm looking at now is Alibaba. It's like the
Yeah.
you know what it is. It's the
Yeah.
Amazon it's the Amazon across the water, basically. It's the awesome. It's way cooler sounding than Amazon too. Like Alibaba. It sounds like a nickname you give to your brother. You know, it's like your favorite little brother, Alibaba.
what?
I don't know. It
He
just sounds like
pulls out his turban again.
it's
Yeah.
Yeah, what the fuck is that?
it's like they just got into China, and it's gone up quite a bit.
Well,
so.
yeah, that's a huge market.
And so I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to kind of do some gaming investing too.
Yeah.
Like Take-Two I wanted to do a while ago. And if I would have done it a year ago when Red Dead 2 came out, the stocks would have been like, I think it's 20 or 30 more than it was. So that would have been pretty decent. But, you know, I always tell myself that I'm going to do it, and then I don't, and then I look at how awesome it becomes. Like the last time I looked at Amazon, I was like, man, $1,500. I wish I had $1,500. And today it's at like $1,870.
What the fuck is Square at? Because like if you can, you should shove a bunch of money into that right before 7 comes out.
Yeah, well, Square, I'd have to get a real stock exchange because that's an international one. So I'd have to establish an account with somewhere else. I know Joe has Squaresoft though, Square stock, not soft.
Yeah, I should see what's available on Schwab, but there's like a whole bunch more you have to do to get Schwab going than anything else. And I think that's because they have more. But like I was going through it, and they like, hey, you know, we're going to be signing up for a margin account. And a margin account, from what I could glean, was basically you would be approved for a loan through Schwab, and the loan would be used to help make purchases in certain stocks, but then you are responsible if, you know, stocks plummet for that loan.
Yeah, so that'd be a cool way to start out.
A good way to start out, but if you don't know what you're doing, you could fuck yourself with it too.
Yeah, well,
But-
if you get like $1,000, it's like...
But it's basically they're loaning you money to make purchases, but then you have to pay back on that loan. So if you make gains through good purchases, those, a percentage of those gains are definitely have to go back to pay off the loan to buy the stock in the first place.
Yeah.
And so, but it is a way to like start buying some big name stocks.
There is an app that Celeste, Alex's sister, was talking about. That's like a play stock market app where you pretend buy stocks and it takes the actual stock market numbers and it like throws it around. I don't know if I like that. It's kind of a cool way to like learn what the stock market is, but like I feel like we all understand what it is.
There's still a lot of stuff.
It's very volatile, and you have
There's
to be,
still a ton of stuff that I feel like
you could learn.
Yeah, there's so much you can learn. So much of like the lingo of what goes on and stuff like that. And again, there's no way to 100% predict what it's going to do.
No, that's
which
impossible.
Is,
That's why the people who win aren't always the same people generally when it comes to stock market and stuff.
Winning, that's just like
You just get lucky.
It's Vegas gambling available to anyone.
It kind of is. It's smarter than gambling, though, because you can see over time.
Because that's why. Yeah, I mean, over time, if you keep investing in great stocks, yeah, it's something you can retire on. But
no, I think stocks are a way to become rich because anybody who bought Bitcoin when it was less than $1 is a billionaire now. So it is a way.
Bitcoin is something completely different.
That's
than
true.
Stocks. It's a totally different story, and how volatile Bitcoin. So. Look at all the different fucking e-currencies that came out, and how many of them are the ones that just exploded in value. It was tied to be like, oh, well, we can be, private on the internet with our purchase and stuff like that. And people who invested in it, yeah, they made a ton of money fast. And now it's easier more than ever to make money off of Bitcoin and stuff like that. But no one wants to invest into something that volatile.
Yeah, it is volatile, and it is hit or miss. You're right, Fringed. The thing is, though, is I don't know if I agree with that. I think the stock market is a good way to gain wealth.
If you have a decent amount of wealth to play with, throwing something into something that's volatile is it's a risk you're going to take, but it's a risk that you can afford.
Yeah.
It's basically being able to afford that risk without destroying yourself. Then, yeah, go ahead and just, the more fucking lines you have in the water, the more likely you're to catch something big.
Exactly, and that's why I want to try to buy different stock each time I throw the money in there so that I have more
So
lines
what
in
I
the
want
water.
to do when I was talking about my goal, if I'm going to go with stock, I want to first get, name brand stuff that have like huge market majority, just so I can have a solid foundation in those and start gaining the benefits of having stocks in those big name brands, and then start to branch out into different areas of stock.
Yeah,
trading.
well, you want
then maybe even into a little bit of day trading. But
Yeah.
once I just want to have that firm foundation
It's
first.
just like your retirement fund. I mean, you want to have.
my
conservative
retirement
base.
fund, my 401k is doing great right now.
You want to have like a conservative amount.
Yeah.
And then you also, that's why you buy the big name stocks that have an increase over time, but it's not huge and it's not jagged up and down. And then you
Yeah.
play around with the volatile stuff.
But then when people think, oh, I'm going to start playing with stocks, it's just not a get rich quick thing.
Yeah, it's going to take time, yeah.
It can happen. And so, well, if I invested in blah, blah, blah company 20 years ago, but it's not something that happens to everyone.
See, I made fun of Facebook stock, and if I would have bought it when it came out, I would have gained $200 plus on each year.
Hindsight's 2020.
It is, but I mean, it should have been obvious, but it wasn't. I guess it's not
hindsight's
obvious.
2020. It's not obvious at the time.
There are some things that are obvious though, like don't put into Best Buy, like it's not worth it.
Radio Shack's such a great company. It's been going on for so long. Like,
Yeah.
I'm going to pick up a few of them stocks. It'll be great.
Yeah, how about Circuit City?
Oh, fuck Circuit City.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, there are CDs. CDs generally are not as lucrative in the long run, but it is 100% guaranteed you will make X amount. But there comes a point, I was looking into a whole bunch of stuff on CDs at one point, where there's your longer term CDs, 10-year, then there's 5-year or whatever banks offer. But then you have to find out, if the return on investment is like just if it's worth it, because the percent that you make back on CDs, it changes and fluctuates as time goes on according to the economy. And I saw somewhere that said, when a shorter term CD has a better return on investment than the longer one, then that's a sign of a market crash going to happen at some time. It's point soon.
Yeah.
I looked into a whole bunch of that. I need to look at it again. Then of course there are bonds.
They are safer, but the problem with them being safer is like I'm not interested in having safe money. This is expendable income that I'm
so a
gaining
CD, I feel,
to throw
is something I would do if I had a substantial amount of money.
Yeah, that you were just
because
sitting
then your
on.
return of it, because your return on a larger amount of money, of course, is going to be better. And
Yeah.
if it's a big amount of money that I kind of wanted to make a plan for it for a family in the future, I'm going to throw it in that
Yeah,
CD.
so if you just had $10,000 that has been sitting in your savings for like 6 months, then
Yeah.
throw it in a CD.
Yeah,
but if you
throw
get
it, throw it into like a 10-year or something like that. Just again, it depends. Don't throw it in the longer one if the return on investment is not better than a shorter term one.
yeah, you might as well throw it in the short.
You're just wasting money at that point
Yeah.
because you're locked in for that.
Exactly. You might as well throw it in the short term and
And
gain
so
what you
yeah,
can.
just keep that in mind.
But I mean, that's the thing about my money is it's intended to go towards small gains in large quantities over time, and that's what the stock markets should be.
Yeah, and again, stocks are intimidating, which is why I don't have I'm not 100%
Yeah, you're
wanting
not
to get
ready.
into it because yes, I mean I already have a 401k that's
Yeah, I do
trading the
too,
market,
yeah.
and it's made quite a bit this last year actually.
Yeah.
But now I kind of want to do stuff, make trades on the side where I don't have to go through all of that,
to move shit.
yeah.
Yeah, and the
Um,
stock market's fun. It's fun to kind of play around with and see,
Yeah.
gain. But that's the thing. I want to get into a lot of different funds, a lot of different stocks, and kind of add to and sell and move stuff around. Really, I want to start getting up to where I have enough money to buy an Amazon stock or two, because that stuff's just going to get more and more. I mean,
I should just
it's
next
18
paycheck just buy one just so I can be
yeah.
like,
Just like, hey, look at my Amazon stock.
fucker.
They send you like a gold case or like a gold plate inside of a fucking picture frame for the stock because it's worth so much fucking money. It's $1,800, dude. That's fucking retarded. That's $300 in the last year. That's fucking sick. That's
Just
ridiculous.
whip out the credit card.
Yeah, yeah.
Again, I don't think going into debt to buy a stock is the point.
No. And that was where I had to draw my thing because I was like, I still have money on my card that I need to pay off. But if I stick to my other goals, I'll get it paid off. I need to start doing these things to prepare because I'm almost 30, Like I got to start having stuff for the Schweiss. I have to have the Schweiss trust. Like, got to have the fucking estate, And it's not going to be this townhome, obviously, but
Right. So
I got to start building that, and I think small little amounts over time is how you do it in the stock market. I agree, it's not a get rich quick thing.
no, but it's
It's
for more financial security in the future.
Yeah, yeah, and that's why I have some of those bigger stocks. I'm gonna buy like I'll probably buy some Disney and some stuff like that, where it's like it fluctuates, but it's pretty good, and like
Yeah.
they've done a lot of good things. They're a huge company. It doesn't mean they can't fail, but it means they have a lot more ways to make money and to stay stable and stuff like that. So that's one of the things I'm interested in, and it's all money that's just extra, basically. Yeah. I've said it's extra, and it's I could use it to pay off the house, but I want to do this as well and pay off the house. So that's where that is. I'm not going to buy any snacks unless it's in bulk. So like Sam's Club, stuff like that. That'll help me with the diet and everything. So I'm not going to buy drinks anymore. That was a big thing that I bought a lot of, just like Diet Coke all the time. I can't do that anymore. It's just too much fucking money. It's just ridiculous. It's in bulk or on sale is what I would say. Only eat out twice a month. That one's kind of the same thing, just save money. And that all kind of goes towards these other ones. I want to do one night a week for like a family night kind of a thing.
Good.
Just to make sure that, we're all busy. And I think having one night a week where you do that is pretty important.
Yeah.
Where it's just until they go to bed, it's just it's us hanging out and doing whatever we want to do, and then I can do whatever I want after that, kind of a thing.
Right.
Finish Schweiss and Johnson. That's a goal that I'm going to hit pretty soon, I hope. Complete at least 8 Final Fantasy titles and expansions. That one, I could probably do. I thought for a minute. I thought I said 12.
You said 11.
Oh, did I say 11?
Yeah, because you said you wanted to do as many this year as you did last year, and you did 11 of them.
Well, I'm glad I only wrote down 8. Because 11 I was thinking about, and I was like, dude, we have 14. That's going to take so fucking long. The mana games, we're gonna do those first, but that'll help. But like the 14, that's going to take forever. And then don't give up any overtime. So like anytime there's extra time at work, I want to take it so that I can work towards those other goals. And I don't have a financial goal. I don't have a goal to budget per se, but I think that those goals kind of hold me to a sort of budget of sorts, you know? And I've always kind of done better with abstract budgets than actual budgets.
Theoretical budgets with theoretical funds.
Yeah, theoretical budgets are really the way to go. Because, you know, it's the idea of... And basically I'm just kind of basing this whole year off of the idea that I want to do whatever I can now to make it better for me in the future. And not buying all these drinks and all these stupid little... You know, like going to the Maverick all the time, going to the gas station to get some soda. That adds up really fucking fast.
Yeah,
it does. Yeah,
really fast. And that's money that's you're just throwing it away. Basically, you're just throwing it all away. And I want to not do that anymore. And I think doing that and some of the other goals will really help me kind of tighten my finances for the year, and really help me even. You know, the whole one check in the house thing will be easy. To the point where I could put even more and put some of the next one in there as well. And that's kind of the goal, is to get to a spot that's that kind of, I don't know, that level of secure and like all of that. So yeah, that's it for me though. I mean, I know that's a shitload, but
I need to come back. I need to actually have my goals planned out. I have my general idea of each goal that I want to keep track of this year out there, but I need to, just iron them out and have it be measurable. So I'll come back with that when we come to review this.
All right. Sounds good. I think that's it for us this week, though. Thanks for hanging out with us, guys, and we'll see you again next time.
Give up on yourselves and give up on the world.
Every puzzle has an answer.
You dumbass. Kick logic out and do the impossible. Remember that.
I'm glad I met you guys. You made me pick up on things I probably would have just gone on ignoring.
Don't believe in yourself. Believe in me. Believe in the Kamina who believes in you. Everybody deals with grief differently, right? Some people fuck at funerals. I cut off heads.